Okay, so we're going to do, this is Rhythm Workshop, 16th Note Funk. This would be part 2 for us. This is off a Guitar Player, May 2013, called Rhythm Workshop, 16th Note Funk by Jesse Greess. So the first thing we'll look at is what chord we want to use. We can use a number of chords. We can just use a good old E7 chord. Third finger will go on the 7th fret on the A string. Second finger will go on the 6th fret on the D string, pinky will be on the 7th fret on the G string, and first finger will be on the 5th fret on the B string. So we can use that one. E9 chord, which is a very common one. You take your second finger, put it on the A string, 7th fret. First finger will be on the 6th fret on the D string. Third finger will be on the 7th fret on the G string, and then pinky will be on the 7th fret on the B string. And if the next chord is what we call the Hendrix chord, E7 sharp 9, all I do is take that E9 chord and move that pinky over to the 8th fret. So I have an E9, E7, sharp 9. Now we can play this E7. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do what I call ghosting, and what Jesse says is just keeping this going on. Now he says not to play the strings, you can do that. I like to, for beginners, like to have the feel of this going by. You can ghost them, what I call ghosting them with the silent picking action. But I like to, when I'm explaining funk, I like to have just the feel of that. So the first thing is we're going to talk about 16th notes. There's 4 16th notes to one chord note. How we count them is 1 E and 2 E, and so if I did the chord note with my left hand, I went 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E, and that's the basic feel we want going on here. The exercises in this magazine are in 2/4 times, so we're only doing 2 16th notes to one measure. So we'd be going 1 E and 2 E and now the way it works is the number E, the number is a downstroke, and the and is a downstroke, and the E is an upstroke, and the is an upstroke. So we're going 1 E and up. So the first groove is just taking an E9 and playing 4 16ths, and just get used to going 1 E and 2 E and now how I'm getting this muting is I'm just lifting the chord up. So I have open strings. I just have my fingers over top of the strings really lightly, so I got this scratch going on. Okay, so you two always hear. So a lot of times they'll do that, sometimes they don't, so you can practice without that too, but I always like doing it first with that. So I'm going to do the 16ths, well taking just that E9 chord, and so we're going to go 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and let me slow that down a bit. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and that's example 1, and this is on page 88 of Guitar Player magazine. The next one is example 2A. We're going to take the first 16th only, and then the rest will be scratched. So we're going to go 1 E. I'll count in 2, 3. Sorry, I count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2B is we're going to do the second 16th. That would be the E of the 1 E and so we're going to go 1, 2, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and up. Next one is you're going to take the next 16th in line, which would be the and, so it would be going 1 E and 2 E and I count it 1, 2, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and go up through an upstroke in there. Next one is you want to take the last 16th, which would be example, the other one was example 2C, this one's example 2D. We're going to go 1 E and we're going to do an upstroke on the of the 16th, so 1 E and 2, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 So that is taking each one of the 16ths. It'd be good to work on that. You know, each one for a week, or pick a different one day. Next one, we're going to do multiples. So we're going to take the first two 16ths, so that's 1 E. So it's going to go 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and now that's example 6-3A. The next one is 6-3D. That will be doing the 1 and the and of 1 E and so that'll be the first and the third note of the 16th. So we go 1 E, oh boy, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E. This one's a bit difficult. I'll slow it down. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and again I threw it upstroke in there. Bad habit. Next one will be the first part of the 16th and the last. So we're going to go 1 E and up. Okay, so if I do it in a steady rhythm, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and let's do it with the rest in there. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 2 E and 1 E and 2. Next one will be the second 16th and the third. So we're going to go 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2. So I'm taking the second and the third. That's the E and the and. That was example 3D. The next one is example 3E on that article. You're going to take the E and the A. So the second and the fourth. So you're going to go 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and A. So with the chord note rest in there, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2. Next one is the last two. That's the and the A. So we're going to go 1 E and 2 E and now with the chord note rest, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and all right. Now next one, example 4A on that page is we're going to take 3 of those 16. So now we're going to take the first, second, and third and leave out the last. So we're going to go 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and then we're going to take the first, skip the second, and do the third and the fourth 16th. So it'll sound like 1 E and 2 E and 1. Slow it down a bit. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and next one's the first, the second, 16th, and the last. So now we have 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E. This one's a very common one that I hear a lot. 1 E and so I'm taking the first, second, and the last. So I'm going 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and and the final one. This will be, so we did 4A, 4D, B, and 4C. And then we have 4D, and we're going to take the second, third, and fourth. So we're going to skip the first of the 16. So we're going to count 1 and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2. Now what I do is I would work on each one of those until they all feel comfortable, and then just take 1 or 2 of them. You might want to write. I advise you to buy the article off of a guitar player, and it's a great way to learn how to play funk guitar. I think it's probably one of the best ones I've seen written yet. So I would take mix and match one. I take 3A and go 1 E and I make them a 4/4 measure. So I'll take the first and second, just for. So we're going to go 1 and a 2 E and a 1 E and a. Got a groove going. Sorry. And a 2 E and a 1. I'm taking second, third now. 1, 2, 3, go. 1 and a 3. So that was like going the first and the last 16th, and then the next one, which would be on beat 3, would be the second and the third. And I would just mix them up so you get a real common groove. Also try to work with the metronome a lot of times. That really helps with your 16th and getting it going on. Make sure you're in the groove and you're in time with it. Anyways, that'll be it.